Book of Unfortunate Jokes. The Dragon Stratagem follow. 18-minute read 1 hour ago. By John Ames Faber Jr. Disclaimer 2. Yes, I'm a hobbyist hypothetical physicist, an amateur conjectural theologian, and an aspiring philosophical sci-fi/fantasy author. The ideas posited and owned by the author of this comment are entirely fantasy fictional or science fictional and are not representations of actual reality or existence, but are only an exclusively abstract philosophical nonsense known as beginlessnessism for the purpose of curiosity and entertainment only. Beginlessnessism is not a religion, but is a philosophy, also known as a meta-religion. Being a meta-religion does not make beginlessnessism a religion, but a philosophy about religion in general. This book took 30 years to write, but unfortunately, it's only about 4,500 words long. None of the events described in this book of unfortunate jokes ever occurred. Copyright October 16, 2024. All rights reserved. Meme 1, apple hatching. Get it? Meme 2. What kind of dinosaur knows the most words? A thesaurus. Get it? Joke 1. We have all heard the joke. Why did the chicken cross the road? But have you heard of the opposite of that joke? Why did the chicken not cross the road? Because it was a chicken. Joke 2. You know that old saying, the which came first, the chicken or the egg. So what's the answer? I just told you, the which came first. Get it? Which came first is really which came first. Law. Joke 3. Have you ever seen the movie The Sixth Sense? In the film, the little boy says, I see dead people. And when the dead people are around, the air is cold. Why is that? In the movie, they say it's because the dead people are angry. However, the real reason is because they are icy dead people. Get it? He says I see dead people, but he really means icy dead people. When the icy dead people are around, the air gets cold. Joke 4. There was a zoo exhibit of a manatee, but nobody was going to that exhibit. The reason was they had mislabeled the banner over the entrance to the zoo exhibit. The banner was supposed to read, oh, Hugh the manatee because he is so cute and his name is Hugh. But what did the banner really say? Instead, the banner read, oh, the humanity. Get it? Oh, the humanity. Law. Joke 5. The king had a fantastic night's sleep on a hammock. The king was so delighted in the morning that he knighted the hammock. Then, the hammock became stiff and uncomfortable because it became ceramic. Get it? Sir Hammock. Joke 6. Would you ever eat the candy toes of a creature known as a potato? You know, would you eat sweet potatoes? Get it? Sweet potatoes. Joke 7. What happens when a volcano walks into a bar? The volcano interrupts. In other words, the volcano enters and erupts. The volcano would say, hey, what are you doing playing cards? Hey, what are you doing singing karaoke? Hey, what are you doing? Are you drinking? Hey, what are you doing talking to each other? What are you talking about? Hey, what are you doing? Bartending. Joke 8. A professional fireman goes to a job performance evaluation wearing his complete fire protection suit. So why did he wear his fire protection suit to his job performance evaluation? So he won't get fired. Joke 9. The Queen of England knighted a jury so that they could understand the medical evidence presented in a trial. Why did she do that? After the jury was knighted, they became Sir Jury and could understand the complicated medical evidence. Get it? They became surgery. Law. Joke 10. What does Liam breathe when he wants to feel better? He breathes helium because it heals Liam. He says in a squeaky high voice, I feel much better now after breathing helium. Haha. Joke 11. I put a big novelty-sized ear on the top of my car, cleaned it with a giant Q-tip, placed shower curtain rings on it as earrings, and gave it a giant novelty-sized hearing aid. Why did I do this? I did it because I wanted to improve my career. Get it? My car ear. Law. Joke 12. What do you call a magical corpse? An abracadabra. Get it? Like abracadabra. Law. Joke 13. My cell phone was having seizures. Why did it have seizures? I took a selfie with my cell phone and got a pop-up message saying your cell phone sees your face. Get it? Your cell phone sees your face. Haha. Joke 14. What profession do trees in the woods have? Forestry. Get it? Forestry. Law. Joke 15. What did the wizard say to the coins in his back pocket when he wanted them to climb the stairs? Climate change. Get it? Climate change. Law. Joke 16. Why do they never give away a shopping mall as a grand prize in any sweepstakes? Because you know what they say. You can't win them all. Get it? You can't win them all. Law. Joke 17. 3 guys walk into a bar. One of them says, ouch. One of them falls down, and one of them says, who put this bar here? Haha. Joke 18. They were going to have a race on the internet, but they had to cancel it. Why did they cancel it? Because it was an e-race. Get it? An erase. Law. Joke 19. What kind of weather is it when the weather is so bad that the weather reporters run out of ink? Inclement weather. Get it? Inclement weather. Joke 21. What happens when a pest makes a decision to come into your house? That's when a pest decides. Get it? A pest decides. Law. Joke 22. What happens to you if you get sick from talking? You become toxic. Get it? Talk sick. Law. Joke 23. I misspelled faulty. So the word I misspelled was not faulty. Did I misspell faulty? I don't know whether or not I misspelled faulty because I didn't spell it faulty. Also, if I spelled faulty correctly, the word I spelled was faulty. So it wasn't spelled correctly because I spelled it faulty. Law. Joke 24. Guess how the Pioneer Trail got its name? Some clowns were standing behind some trees on the trail, and when people would walk by, they would smack those people in their ears with pies, and then they would run away laughing. Thus, some of those people called it the Pioneer Trail. Law. Joke 25. Why are some people afraid of circus clowns? Because sometimes circus clowns are intense. Get it? Sometimes circus clowns are intense. Law. Joke 26. Importance might be a bad idea. Guess why? Because maybe the ants are an invasive species. Get it? Important ants. Also, you could get what if it rains and you and your camping friends are importance. Get it? Importance. Law. Joke 27. Hoss from Bonanza can heal people by spitting on them. Guess why? Because his spit is hospital. Get it? Hospital. Law. Joke 28. The articles of faith make me laugh. Guess why? Because they are tickles. Haha. Get it? Because they articles. Law. Joke 29. Why does Jupiter have a big red spot? Because someone hit it with a cane when they were in a hurry. Get it? The big red spot is a hurricane. A hurricane. Law. Joke 30. I figured out how to make the Ghost and Pac-Man play the game Miss Pac-Man. Have Pac-Man eat a power pellet, and the ghosts will all try to miss Pac-Man. Joke 31. Why should people take concrete like medicine? Because concrete is known to cure. Get it? Joke 32. How do you make an animal with fur drive a limousine? Get the animal to chauffeur. Get it? Chauffeur. Law. Joke 33. Why don't people like to rent tires? Because they don't want to pay their tire. Get it? Their tire rent. Joke 34. What are people not allowed to do in casinos? They are not allowed to kissy. It's a kissy-no. Get it? A casino. Law. Joke 35. How do you use artificial intelligence to help you with ice fishing? When you go ice fishing, cut a hole in the ice, and if you find it hard to fish in, you need to use your hard to fish hole intelligence so you can fish there. Get it? Use your artificial intelligence. Joke 36. When you get a seed stuck in your teeth, and you can't suck it out, you should smash yourself in the mouth with 3 raw eggs, shells and all. The reason is if at first you can't succeed, try again. Get it? If at first you can't succeed, try again. Law. Joke 37. If the Terminator had a store that sold only his memorabilia, where would most of the items in the store be located? I'll be back. Get it? I'll be back. Law. Joke 38. Why are people that like to cough vampires? Because they love their coughing. Get it? They love their coughing. Joke 39. What is the difference between someone who wonders and someone who tutors? The number of jurors they use. Law. Joke 40. What happens if someone judges your mind? They become judgmental. Law. Judgmental. Get it? Joke 41. Why do people who do many lawsuits against other people eventually smell bad? Because people that sue other people all the time are sewers. Sewers. Get it? Joke 42. I decided to trust birds. Guess why? Because I usually find them on nests. Honest? Get it? Law. Joke 43. There are these small tunnels with tiny stalactites, and when cats crawl through them, they get combed. They are called catacombs. Law. Joke 44. Scientists have recently discovered a species of eel completely covered with fur. Sound made up? No, they are fur eel. Get it? They are for real. Law. Joke 45. Why is it essential to tell someone you have lactic acid when you get home after running through the woods? If they didn't hear you the first time you told them you don't have a tick on you from running through the woods, you can say, I lack tick. I said. Law. Get it? Joke 46. A serial killer could give people psychedelic drugs first. You know, a serial killer. Get it? Haha. Joke 47. I'm going to attach my calendar to my ceiling. Guess why? So I will always have updates. Law. Joke 48. I'm going to attach my report card to my roof. Guess why? So I will always have upgrades. Law. Joke 49. Why is it rare for earrings to be shaped like engines? Because that would require engineering. Get it? Engineering. Joke 50. Why don't they make a new planet? Because they would have to planet first. Get it? Planet. Law. Joke 51. The first people to see the ocean reported it to others, and they didn't believe them, so they took them to show it. When they got them to the ocean, they said, sea. And that's why they call the ocean the sea. Joke 52. Once, I went spearfishing, and I poked a hole in the bottom of the sea, and it all drained away. That's my conspiracy. Get it? My conspiracy. Law. Joke 53. How can you tell if someone is lying in a library if you can see their breath? Because you say breath is cold and your breath is foggy. Thus they invented the library to catch people who lie because you can see the breath of someone who is lying in a library. Joke 54. There is a city the size of a universe, and the only way to get there is to wish, and to make sure when you're wishing, you wish twice. Why is that? It is because you need tuition to go to university. Get it? You need tuition to go to university. Joke 55. Why do they build skyscrapers in cities? Because that's where the sky is itchy. Joke 56. What is it called when you make an appointment for someone to insult you? A disappointment. Get it? A disappointment. Loud. Joke 57. What does everyone want to sell but no one wants to buy? And when they sell it, they have a party, a break. You know everybody wants to celebrate. Get it? Celebrate. Loud. But no one ever buys a break. Joke 58. How old was Calvin Coolidge when he was president? Here is a clue. It isn't even a number. He was the cool age. Get it? The Coolidge. Joke 59. What do you do if you want to see someone's spirit? You have to take them spearfishing. Now, you've seen someone's spirit. Get it? Spirit. Joke 60. If someone says they're not feeling well, you can tell them. If you need to feel a whale, go to the beach to find a beach whale and feel it. Joke 61. How do they decide how thick to make an almanac? So they get a guy with a skinny neck, and they put the book on his head and make it thicker and thicker until he says, oh, my neck. Get it? Almanac. Loud. Joke 62. Knock, knock. Who's there? What? What who? Knock on wood. Joke 63. Knock, knock. Who's there? Apple. Apple who? A pool to swim in? You know, like a swimming pool. Joke 64. There were these people that went on vacation near the ocean at Bay, but when they got there were these bees that stung them, and then the people started crying. So why did the people cry? Because they were babies. Get it? They were babies. Joke 65. Some bees shot laser beams out of their eyes but had foam coming out of their mouth. So why did foam come out of their mouth? Because they were rabies. Get it? Rabies. Joke 66. I got the worst kind of tumor. It's a tumor that cusses all the time. It does that because it believes it's always right. Why do you think that is? Because it's a customer. Get it? A cuss tumor. Prank 1. Have you heard of the National Shadow Puppet Competition? It's free to enter. All you have to do is make shadow puppets in front of your cell phone, tablet, laptop, or desktop internet camera, and you are automatically entered into the competition. Your devices don't even need to be on for you to enter into the contest. The FBI runs the competition. The prize for the winner of the National Shadow Puppet Competition is that the winner gets to be automatically enrolled in the Witness Protection Program. April Fools. Prank 2. Ask me to say the number 10 in only 2 words. Say 10. I made you say Satan. Haha. Prank 3. Want to know how you can get your fortune? Place the palm of your left hand at the base of your neck and press the skin up to the tip of your chin until you get your fortune. Also, stop strangling yourself for your fortune. Haha. Prank 4. If you ever run a marathon or road race, you should take ketchup. At the beginning of the race, let everyone pass the start line before you, and then as you begin to pass people, ask them, do you mind if I catch up? If they say no, or even if they say yes, and they mean no, squirt them with ketchup and run faster and say you said you didn't mind. Hopefully, they'll be too tired to catch you. Skip 1. A neighborhood acquired some new neighbors. A man from the neighborhood went to greet them at their new house. The man knocked on the door, and it opened after a few minutes. Hi, my name is Jack, and I live in the neighborhood. I want to welcome you to our neighborhood. So what is your name? The new neighbor says, hi there, Jack. I'm talking to you. Jack says, you're talking to me. Talking to you says, no, that's my wife. She's upstairs. She's talking to me. I'm talking to you. Jack says, your wife's upstairs, and she's talking to you. Talking to you says, no, sir. I'm talking to you. My wife upstairs is talking to me. Jack says, so you're talking to me. Talking to you starts to yell, sir, I told you, I'm talking to you, and my wife is talking to me. Jack says, how can your wife be talking to you if she's upstairs? Talking to you still yelling, she's talking to me. Jack says, that's what I said. Talking to you. No, you said she's talking to you. She's talking to me. Jack says, so she's talking to both of us. Talking to you says, talking to both office is my cousin. Talking to both office. Get over here and tell this guy who we are. Talking to both office says, hi, I'm talking to both office. He's talking to you. She's talking to me. Talk to you later is my uncle. Who are you? Jack says, I'm thoroughly confused. Talking to both office says, nice to meet you. Thoroughly confused. What do you want? Jack says, I gotta go. Talking to both office says, I gotta go. Some guy here named Thoroughly Confused wants to talk to you. Jack turns around and runs away, screaming. Skit 2. New from Wonderful. A medication prescribed for age-related genetic disorders called Immortal. The generic version of Immortal is Rizarichia. The side effects of Immortal are sudden shape change, loss of sensation, and bioluminescence. Testimonial. I got so sick of death from natural causes that I decided to take Immortal, and now I feel way better. Thanks, Immortal. Ask your physician if Immortal is right for you. Immortal. Now that's way better. If you can't afford your medications, Wonderful may be able to help. Skit 3. If someone intimidating you says, what's your problem? You say, problem generation. If they say, that's not your problem, you say, you're right. I can't generate a problem. If they say, you have a problem, you say, then you're wrong. Problem generation is my problem. Then, if they say, well, maybe so, but you still have a problem, then you say, since you say problem generation is my problem, then I decide not to generate a problem since I control problem generation. If they say, you have a problem anyway, then you say, then you're wrong again. Problem generation is my problem, and I don't generate a problem. If they say, yes, you do, you say, then problem generation is not my problem, so I still don't have a problem. You're wrong in any case, so you have the problem. If they say, no, you do, you say, right, it's problem generation. Even if problem generation generates a problem, then problem generation is not a problem because when problem generation generates a problem, it's not a problem. Still, that makes problem generation not my problem, and then retroactively, the problem it generated was not a problem either. Then they say, no, you're the problem. Then you say, if I am, I'm problem generation, so you're right. But I'm only a problem because I don't generate problems. Then they say, yes, you do. Then you say, if I generate a problem, then I'm not the problem. You must be the problem I generated. Thus, retroactively, you are not a problem either. Then they say, whatever. Skit 4. In the Old Testament, 1 Kings 3:16. 28. 2 women argue over one baby before King Solomon as follows. 16. Then came there 2 women that were harlots unto the king and stood before him. 17. And the one woman said, O my Lord, I and this woman dwell in one house, and I was delivered of a child with her in the house. 18. And it came to pass the 3rd day after that I was delivered, that this woman was delivered also, and we were together. There was no stranger with us in the house, save we 2 in the house. 19. And this woman's child died in the night, because she overlaid it. 20. And she arose at midnight, and took my son from beside me, while thine handmaid slept, and laid it in her bosom, and laid her dead child in my bosom. 21. And when I rose in the morning to give my child suck, behold, it was dead. But when I had considered it in the morning, behold, it was not my son, which I did bear. 22. And the other woman said, Nay, but the living is my son, and the dead is thy son. And this said, No, but the dead is thy son, and the living is my son. Thus they spake before the king. 23 Then said the king, The one saith, This is my son that lieth, and thy son is the dead. And the other saith, Nay, but thy son is the dead, and my son is the living. 24 And the king said, Bring me a sword. And they brought a sword before the king. 25 And the king said, Divide the living child in two, and give half to the one, and half to the other. 26 Then spake the woman whose the living child was unto the king, for her bowels yearned upon her son. And she said, O my lord, give her the living child, and in no wise slay it. But the other said, Let it be neither mine nor thine, but divide it. 27 Then the king answered and said, Give her the living child, and in no wise slay it. She is the mother thereof. 28 And all Israel heard of the judgment which the king had judged, and they feared the king, for they saw that the wisdom of God was in him to do judgment. But what really happened was that King Solomon would typically say things in the third person, and when thinking about what to do, he would say, Solomon hath declared. But it was hard for him to think what to declare to these two women, so he slowly said, Solomon hath, and was about to say declared. But then one of the women said, No, spare the child alive and don't slay him, but give him to her. And then Solomon looked at both of them in confusion and then said, Oh yeah, that's what I meant to say. Saw him in half. Skip 5, new from Kermaso, the hilarious fake invention company. Comes 2 hilarious fake inventions, the scratch and taste phone and fish leashes. Now you can check your flavor notifications while taking your mud skipper out for a pond scum walk. Skit 6, new from Kermaso, the hilarious fake invention company. Comes the hilarious fake invention snot cool. Aren't you tired of having wet snot in your nose? Now, you can use our proprietary cryogenic snot cooling technology to freeze the snot in your nose just like you like it. Remember, wet snot in your nose is not cool. So get snot cool. Skit 7, Kramiso, the hilarious fake invention company. Super Dog Barf Cereal. Kramiso is a company that specializes in hilarious fake inventions. Its name is an acronym for kooky, horribly ridiculous, and maladroit absurdly spurious originations enterprises. Kramiso is pronounced Creamso. Kramiso commercial for the hilarious fake invention Super Dog Barf Cereal. New from Kramiso comes Super Dog Barf Cereal. Junkie, hey Ralphie, you don't look so good. Ralphie is a comically funny-looking superhero dog who his arch enemy, the Discouraged Wheedler, has just poisoned. The Discouraged Wheedler is a comically funny-looking Gila monster villain. Ralphie, Junkie, I feel sick. Junkie is Ralphie's comically funny-looking male human roommate and petter, whose various other characteristics are fluid. Junkie is holding an empty cereal bowl in front of Ralphie and has a spoon in his other hand because Junkie is about to get some cereal. Ralphie projectile vomits into Junkie's cereal bowl with various colorful partially digested chunks and reddish bile. The cereal bowl is full of Ralphie's vomit, but a lot of it splashes all over the place. Junkie, wow, Ralphie, I think you just invented Super Dog Barf Cereal. Junkie begins to eat his bowl of Super Dog Barf Cereal while he is covered in the dog barf that splashes out of the bowl. Dally opens the unlocked front door and walks into the kitchen. Dally, Junkie, what are you eating? Dally is a comically funny-looking female human friend of Junkie and Ralphie whose various other characteristics are fluid. Junkie, Ralphie just invented Super Dog Barf Cereal. Try some. It stays crunchy even when partially digested. Junkie makes gross wet crunching sounds as he eats and swallows the Super Dog Barf Cereal. Dally goes to the cabinet, gets a cereal bowl, and pulls out a drawer for a spoon. She closes the drawer in the cabinet and walks over to Ralphie. Dally, Ralphie, make me some Super Dog Barf Cereal, please. Ralphie, okay, Dally. Ralphie begins to look even more sick than before, and this time Ralphie barfs up green vomit with colorful chunks in it into Dally's cereal bowl. Junkie and Dally disgustingly chew and crunch their Super Dog Barf Cereal while they are dripping with the overspray. Ralphie randomly faces the direction of an unseen camera. Ralphie, try the new Super Dog Barf Cereal in 2 new flavors, Blood Barf Strawberry and Gangrene Apple. Each flavor has colorful marshmallows shaped like blueberry-flavored blue chicken heads, grape-flavored purple duck feet, and banana-flavored yellow rat tails. Get some at your grocer today because they are grosser than you think. Super Dog Barf Cereal is part of a completely baffling breakfast. The box of Super Dog Barf Cereal shows Ralphie the Super Dog barfing into a cereal bowl as most of the barf splashes out all over the place. The box of Blood Barf Strawberry has a green background with red barf, and Gangrene Apple has a red background with green barf. The cereal in the Blood Barf Strawberry box is a regularly shaped strawberry-flavored red chunks of corn cereal, which turn milk red. The cereal in the Gangrene Apple box is a regularly shaped green apple-flavored green chunks of corn cereal, which turn milk green. On the back of the box, Junkie and Dally try to help Ralphie defeat the Discouraged Wheedler by solving a puzzle with the barf chunks in a maze with the barf bile. Skit 8, how did they come up with the name Dragon? Some people found the last dragon alive and were dragging it around through the streets, and others started asking them what the thing they were dragging was called. But the people dragging it thought they were telling them the creature's name because it was making so much noise and they couldn't hear very well. So they said, it's a dragon. And the other people who had asked what the creature's name was thought that was the answer. So now they are called dragons. Skit 9, in the future, dinosaurs will destroy the world. The reason is that, in the future, many people will have a bunch of sores on them, and there will be other people who do not have sores on them. The people who have a bunch of sores on them will be angry at the people who do not have sores on them. The people with sores on them will say to the people without sores on them, I know sores. Written by the Dragon Stratagem. 6 followers. I'm a hobbyist hypothetical physicist, an amateur conjectural theologian, an aspiring philosophical sci-fi/fantasy author, an inventor of beginlessnessism.